Hello everybody, it's Joe bringing videos on the Gemmy Master Animatronics, and what I have for review today is two of the quite a few Gemmy treater graders. You're probably thinking, wait, these aren't treater graders. Yes they are. You guys, a lot of people think the ones that hold the candy balls are treater graders, but that was never the name for those. I just call them candy graders. These were actually called treater graders. This is the actual treater grader product. The box says so. The ones that hold the candy balls never said treater grader on the box. So there was confusion over the years, and I can see how it got confusing because, I mean, they hold a candy ball, but it's more of that these are basically supposed to be trick-or-treaters, I guess. These were for, people to buy that didn't want to scare kids to put out by the door. And there's quite a few different ones. I've got the pumpkin and the witch. The witch is my all-time favorite. I grew up with that one. I was in 2nd grade. It was 2004. Actually, how I discovered it is an elementary school teacher had it. She had it outside of her classroom. She had it standing up on a chair, and when people would walk past it, it would activate. Now, the arms actually did not open up on that. It would just sway side to side. So I didn't even know where it was supposed to do that, but I was already obsessed over it, so I had to find out where she got it. She told me it was like at CVS. That's where these were sold at. Well, it was Osco Drug at the time, but they were bought out by CVS, and they just took forever to change the name. But anyways, yeah, so funny thing is my grandma went to CVS. That was exactly what they had. They just had one witch left. That's it. No other characters, just the witch, and her hat was sticking out of the box. Her box was like even opened. We had them test it before we bought it because she wasn't sure if it was returned or not, and it worked. But the thing is with my original one is that the belt in her arms were kind of bad, actually. The arms would go up and they would kind of slip back down. They always did that. I had it until about 2008. It got thrown away because the inside cracked, so it wouldn't sway side to side anymore. I kind of see these as another variant of the Giggle Buddies, because they basically sway side to side with an additional feature where they open up their arms. The cape has a message. Some say trick or treat, some say happy Halloween. But yeah, again, the witch is my favorite. And another thing that makes the witch my favorite is she's the only one that has different phrases. All the other ones have the same phrases. She has different ones. She's a female character. All the male characters have the same. So she's actually more unique, in my opinion. And I like the colors, the purple and black. Shoes are cool. This one I don't think has the right size pole. It is a little smaller, as you can see. I got this off eBay last year, 2019. This one doesn't move side to side. It did a little bit at first, but I think the motor's just stuck. I haven't fixed it yet. This one I found at a thrift store in 2015. It was actually one of my first repairs I did. I put a gear on it that was too long, so it would get stuck with the side to side. I just fixed it up a bit. It does have a gear teeth with a broken gear, so this arm doesn't always work. It'll slip down and pop out of place, because these arms are always supposed to be, see, look, they're supposed to open and close together. It's like a track, but if you pull on their arms like Ron, it can actually break a gear tooth, and then if they're not lined up correctly, you kind of broke a gear. Lucas actually has the ghost version. And it's also, you can see the ghost version. I've discovered that while trick-or-treating in my 2008 video. I have a video of that. I have the trick-or-treating video on this channel and all that. So I saw that and I wondered, and I thought it was really cool. That was the first one I saw with these saints. I believe that this pumpkin one is the most common version. Which is kind of common, but not too common, I guess. Bailey actually has one. The last year meetup, he has one, but it doesn't move at all. The arms don't move, or it didn't sway, and it would just randomly activate. Like, it was weird, and it was hard to get it to activate. But it would just randomly activate. Also, the material they used is kind of interesting. It's kind of like a windsock material. It's kind of I guess you could say inflatable fabric. I'm not sure if that's what this is. I don't know. But yeah, then, so I figure the ghost was probably sold at like Walgreens. I have a feeling they bought it from Fargo, because I'm pretty sure it was a store we didn't have. These were all released in 2004. However, the back on the box on these only shows 3 characters: the pumpkin, the witch, and there's a skeleton Well, there is 3 other characters. There's a black cat, there's a Frankenstein, and then there's the ghost, which could have been either sold the next year or they were sold at different These were basically all sold at drugstores. These ones were CVS, and I'm guessing the other ones were probably like Walgreens and stuff. There's actually versions that hold a hat on their head, and they look just like kind of like this, and they take the hat off their head, and there's actually candy. You can put candy on the inside of it. There was a video with a witch one. It was in a video with the spirit ball, the 3-foot butler with the candy bowl, and then that witch. I can't find that video anymore, but it was an old one from like 2007. They take 4 AA's, and also here's how the mechanism for the arms work. There's 2 belts. There's literally 2 pulleys that go on top of each other, and I have some pictures too. So basically, raise up and it lifts both the arms. It's interesting. And also, Lucas has the ghost one too, and its arm is broken like this one kind of too. And you can see Lucas's in my video when I got the life-size crawling Dawn of the Dead. That's what I call it, the life-size crawling, Gemmy crawling zombie lady, whatever. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's the same one that was owned by that house. He found it at the same thrift store that this was at. Probably 2016 or 15. It could have been the same year, I don't know. But, yeah. But there is actually another witch one, too. And I don't know. There's some Christmas ones. There's 2 snowmen and there's a Santa as well. But here's the other witch. I don't know if this is official or if it's a prototype. I doubt it's a prototype, but I found it on Worth Point. But yeah, it's different. Right, well, I guess I'll show a little bit of them now. They each have 4 phrases. Then I'll show you the kind of the repairs I kind of did on this. They're sound and motion activated, but the motion sensor doesn't really work. Oh, see?
It's just me. Look out, I'm gonna get you.
See what I mean about the gear being broke? Yeah.
Ooh, I scared you. Trick or treat, Halloween is neat.
For the setup, there's 2 poles that go here, then another bracket that goes here, and then another pole that goes to the body. It's obviously simple.
Halloween is fun! Happy Halloween!
Their box is about this size too. It's just like this.
Do you like my costume? I'm ready for my candy.
This bow tie is missing.
Surprise! It's just me. Look out, I'm gonna get you.
This battery compartment, the cape.
Ooh, I scared you. Trick or treat, Halloween is neat.
Also, their hands come bent like this. They're kind of posable. That's how they come in packing.
Halloween is fun! Happy Halloween! Do you like my costume? I'm ready for my candy. Surprise! It's just me. Look out, I'm gonna get you.
See, the arms don't line up properly because that broken gear tooth on that gear.
Ooh, I scared you. Trick or treat, Halloween is neat.
It is working fairly well. I didn't think it would work as well. I figured the arm would just continuously drop down like you saw the first time it went. That's the same problem Lucas has had. His doesn't sway either. So they're just old.
Halloween is fun!
Again, 2004.
Happy Halloween!
It's a long time ago. Alright, well, I'm going to put the batteries in the witch and show you that one. You let me know which version you like more. Which sayings you like more. The one the pumpkin has or the witch. And remember, all the other characters have the same sayings as the pumpkin. So the witch is the only one with the different sayings. Yeah, I guess you could say this is probably inflatable fabric. I think inflatables have this kind of hair strand a lot sometimes. I don't know. I've seen a hanging witch that looks like this, but it's just a random hanging witch. It has the same face and everything. It actually is a windsock. Okay, she is on. They don't start up right away. It's kind of weird. So sometimes you don't know if they're working or not.
Trick or treat! Halloween is me!
And you can see my old one if you want to. Just look at my 2006 collection. I have it on this channel. I did a compilation of 2006, all the items I had. Yeah, I think this one's motor is dying for the arms because they don't even move up that much. They even have stopper pieces so that their arms don't go up too much, and I don't even have those on, so you can see the motor is kind of bad on that one's arms.
What's up? I'm going to catch you.
It doesn't bother me that it doesn't sway, really. I'm just glad the arms work.
Do you like my costume?
I'm sure it's locked up. Because like I said, it worked a few times, but then it quit.
Trick or treat! Halloween is me!
Here's the sensor. See, my other one's thing along the cape was never tied like this. It was always like hanging down. My dad hated this. Like, he hated it. He hated the voice. He did not like this one.
What's up? I'm going to catch you. Do you like my costume?
I actually had these on our display last year. Well, I had this one and the pumpkin. They were on our steps, and then I had this one and the ghost on display, and then the second day I added the pumpkin to it too.
Trick or treat! Halloween is me!
So let me go to the pictures I got of the. So here's what the gearbox looks like for the arms. See, there's quite a few gears there. There's the broken gear tooth on the pumpkin one.
Surprise! It's just me! Look out! I'm gonna get you! I scared you. Trick or treat! Halloween is me!
Let me go back to. Oh wait, there's more on the messenger. Okay.
Surprise!
The belt.
It's just me! Look out! I'm gonna get you!
They don't have a string to hang them, but
I scared you. Trick or treat! Halloween is me!
when I re-looked in this pumpkin one, it actually didn't have any belts on it at all. So I must have taken them off for something else during that time. Literally two motor shaft pieces go on top of each other. And then the belt connects to the lower one and then the upper one. So yeah, I can't fix the gear that's in this arm. Because I don't have...
It's just me! Look out! I'm gonna get you!
I don't have another gear for that side, so it's just going to drop down when it touches the side that has a broken gear tooth.
I scared you. Trick or treat! Halloween is me!
Oh, it's not working. Oh, I didn't know this one saved. I did, back in 2015, I did have to cut the back open more to get this out. Because the hole wasn't big enough to get it out if it didn't.
Happy Halloween!
Neck looks like. See, this was actually one of my first repairs I did in 2015 when I got this. I didn't have any right motor shaft gear, so I had to use this really long one that came in a kit. Yeah. Okay, that's it. Then I'll show you the one that has the candy bowl head. There's a pumpkin one on eBay. It's really expensive though, which is why I didn't get it. It's not worth over more than $100, which is what the price is. Like, look, $93.99 plus $33.01 shipping. But look, see, there it is. See, it takes off its hat, and there's a candy bowl in his head. There's the box. See, the witch one, it looked like it twirled its arm around. This one lifts it up. I wish I could find the video with the witch. It kind of looked silly. Oh yeah, it's on the back of the box though. See, there's the head. 2.5 feet. Yeah, that's the size these are too. They're not a full 3 feet, but there it is. Look at the witch's face. Tricky greeters. Let's see if we can find some treater grater boxes. All the treater graters have the purple Gemmy box. I actually had a video of this pumpkin one when I first got it and repaired it on the old channel, but obviously that's the channel that's gone. Oh yeah, here's the box. See, treater greeters. Oh yeah, and then they have the cloudy purple box too. See, there's the back. There's this is the CVS ones. The skeleton one. There's other videos on YouTube too. There's a lot of videos of these, so you can look them up. It's the ghost one. There's the purple. See, it might have been a different year though, because that box is kind of different than the pumpkin one you just saw. But I still bet it was like at Walgreens or White Druggers and stuff like that. I bet these were sold at all those drugstores. I'm sure each store had their versions. There's the black cat one. Oh, even this. Oh, back. Look at. So the witch one was only made that 1 year, I think. So whichever year this was, probably the 2005, I think, had these 3 versions. Orange cape. Yep, see how that's how their leg assembly is. And there's that. Those green pants. And it has that part. That's a giggle buddy. That's a giggle buddy. There's a lot of different giggle buddies, and we're not going to get into that right now, but see the Lucas's Ghost one is in this video if you want to check it out. Which it's the Frankenstein. Just quickly show you that one.
Do you like my costume? I'm ready for my candy.
It has bats hanging from it. So yeah, that might be all the versions then. So I wonder where that Frankenstein, what year that was and where it was sold, and that other witch that I showed you earlier.
I scared you. Trick or treat. Halloween is me.
See, they're just all the same. Oh, what did they click on? See, and then everyone started calling these things treater greeters when that wasn't originally what they were called. It all got messed up because that's what they're all listed on the Gemmy wiki, so it's like kind of like confusing people. Yeah, this one says trick or treat on the cape. This one says boo boo. So now I believe that is it. Alright, so yeah. let me know what you think in the comments, and yeah. So yeah, see you later.